Yo, YouTube, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Louis Stack and coming back with another video. In this video, y'all, I'm gonna be watching Tommy G's new video investigating the hidden secrets of Area 51. So I'm gonna jump right into it. This bitch is long. This bitch is 32 minutes. Don't mind me if I get the pausing. I will be eating during this video, so if you don't want to hear me eat, you can go ahead and click off right now. I don't mind. Go ahead and click off because I will be eating and you probably will hear it in the mic. And I will be pausing it to react and say stuff. So, with that being said, let's hit play. I hope it's not too loud either. Because my headphones is low-key a little loud.
What I call mucho security.
Mucho security. If y'all don't know Spanish, that means a lot of security.
Isn't it weird to imagine that we could literally be 15 to 20 miles away from definitive proof that we're not alone?
What was this being wearing?
Military uniform just like mine, but it was very...
I did just realize what the fuck I just said. They're going to be investigating Area 51. They're going to try to go around Area 51. If y'all don't know what Area 51 is, it's a very classified space in the United States. It's surrounded by fences. If you go on Google Maps, you can't see it. It's blurred out. Basically, it's a very secret place in the United States. Nobody can know about it other than the people who have worked there. And even the people who have worked there, once they leave, it's like they can't say nothing. Like, nobody knows nothing about that place other than what's speculated, what's the conspiracy theories of Area 51. That's all that people know about it. And the conspiracy theories is that they test out, well, what it's supposed to, Area 51 is supposed to be, what the government says it is a testing site for like military planes, military equipment, stuff like that. What people claim it really is a testing site or a place where they hide stuff that we're not supposed to know as the public, such as whatever type of evidence they have is for aliens or for mermaids. Who knows, right? But mostly aliens. Everybody knows Area 51 for them hiding aliens inside of there. It's predicted that people test on aliens, like they probe aliens in there, like they test aliens. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Anyways, yeah, nobody knows what goes on in there, but we'll see what the fuck they learned. And everybody who says stories about Area 51 claim they see aliens. Blah, 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 blah.
We're very close to going to prison right now, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, you can't go to jail.
More security.
More security right now.
If anybody goes around there, they blitz you.
Today,
Bad.
ladies and gents, we wrestle with some of the wildest questions and
If y'all
mysteries
didn't-
of
that-
our
that's
time,
just for the-
such as our
That's just for the people who didn't know Area 51 was, my pen. Alright. Here's for the people who jumped to this part. Let's get it.
aliens real? Are UFOs cutting-edge technology from Earth or perhaps from another planet? Why is Area 51 one of the most secretive bases in the country? And what is it that our government is hiding from us? In order to uncover the truth, we assemble a powerhouse team. First up, James Fox. This man is arguably the world's premier expert on UFOs and alien encounters. He's dedicated the last 30 years of his life investigating these claims, digging deeper than perhaps any human alive today. Next, we speak to Jason Sands, an Area 51 insider and employee turned whistleblower who gives us his first-hand testimony of his experience. Then we got Avi Loeb, a Harvard professor, astrophysicist, and one of the brightest minds on the hunt for extraterrestrial technology. And finally, we speak to various people who claim to have had alien experiences themselves. In this episode, we infiltrate the legendary Area 51, both under the cover of darkness and in broad daylight. And you'll have to stay to the end of the episode to see what we did and what happened to us after we breached security and set off the alarms. Join us today as we tackle one of humanity's greatest questions. Are we truly alone here on Earth, or do we have visitors from other galaxies walking among us? The truth, folks, might be stranger than anything we ever imagined. Let's dive in. Folks, two things before we get started. First, the merch is back in stock, including the sweatshirts that had sold out repeatedly. We put them back in stock, added a new color. We got the trucker hats, the t-shirts, and also be the one to see We're in the Wild West right now, folks. It's breathtaking what we're driving through right now on our way to the Alien, which is a motel in the Area 51 network. What is Area 51? Is it a place that aliens were brought to and interrogated and questioned to figure out more and kept from the public? Or is it simply a place that's so remote and so out there that it's an excellent place to develop top-of-the-line military technology, run exercises, maybe they got a CIA black site somewhere out there? I mean, it would be a perfect place. You just blindfold a guy and take him 2 hours down the highway from Las Vegas. No one's finding you. Alien Fresh Jerky, man. How much better of a sponsor?
They probably do have like.
Get in our video.
They probably do take people who they think are spies and stuff there.
If you would like to try some of this delicious jerky for yourself, simply head to their website. Link in pinned comment.
Tommy, all these damn ads. Come on, bro. I understand it, but.
Hour and a half away. We'll enjoy this road trip and we'll see you guys in a few.
That white boy shit. It's that white boy shit too.
So we're halfway to the Alien, and already you can tell that there's an alien culture that just permeates around here. The gas stations have aliens in them. It's just so remote. I feel like this is just one of those bizarre places where everyone has some sort of story where they saw this thing in the air. Heck, I have one of those stories. I remember in high school, we were in the back hill in this retention pond.
I have one of those stories too.
My old phone, I got it on my phone. Like there was something moving in the air, and I saw it. Like I know what I saw. Who knows what the explanation is? Let's keep driving.
My story is me and my brother. We was on the balcony of our apartment, of my grandma's apartment one time. We was on the 3rd floor, right? So on the 3rd floor is like nothing but roof and like the sky. So we're looking up and like we see it's kind of foggy, man. But we see I'm not talking about the sky. I'm talking about my memory. It's kind of foggy. I don't know if it was a plane, right? Or we seen a plane, and then we seen something else. But the plane we seen like a minute ago, and we see something. We see like a little like object in the sky, and then it just says zoom, and like I swear, it's just gone. That joint was just gone. Like, we were like, what the fuck? Like it was so weird. It looked like it's just. It looked like it just like. Went off into like the background, like if the world, like the sky was just a background, I just said zoop, like it was weird as hell.
We're pulling up
like
into
it just off, bro. Like it just like just disappeared. Like I swear, that was weird.
Out of Rachel, Nevada, that has 19 people. We're gonna meet our alien expert friend James and just get the lay of the land here. We arrived late in the night at the Alien, and they had a strict no filming policy. So we went nearby to the town's only gas station to meet our contact James Fox and make a game plan for the rest of the night. We were about to tuck in and go to bed.
Yes.
And you said you have another idea.
Yes. There's no better time than the present. And we're out here, and we're not going to see anything if we don't try. Let's take our asses out to as close to the base as we can possibly get to without risk of being arrested and or shot. The use of deadly force is authorized. So,
oh my God.
Did
you hear that? Killing on sight.
They're not around. If you were to hide super secret craft of non-human origin anywhere on Earth, when you come out here, you could see this would be the perfect place to do it.
Is it fair to say this is one of the most top secret places on Earth?
This is the most top secret place on Earth, yes. Right now, we're going to go out to probably the most famous mailbox in history. It was the infamous black mailbox, but it became so famous because when you get to the black mailbox, you'll see a dirt road. It's completely unmarked. There's no road sign.
The mailbox was replaced with a white bulletproof version due to people constantly sifting through it.
Became so famous because when you get to the black mailbox, you'll see a dirt road. It's completely unmarked. There's no road signs. You turn off, and that's the point where you go in on the dirt road to the base for about 20 minutes, and then you get to a sign that basically, and you'll see security. Like if you go beyond that sign, all bets are off. So the black mailbox, I think, got so famous that it might have been stolen. I heard it might have been recently replaced. We're going to find out right now.
Is that our first destination?
That's our first destination, yes.
Let's get hopping.
Let's go.
Trying to find an entrance to Area 51 can be very difficult. Your phone likely won't have service as you're near it. Some say it's the government jamming your signal.
This is making me nervous right now just watching it.
So this doesn't even exist.
Google Maps just said nah.
Others say it's just the remoteness of the location. The easiest way to spot a route into Area 51 is the infamous black mailbox. It marks one of the roads that can lead you in. However, tonight, we suspected that the box had either been taken down or stolen because we simply could not find it. Is it?
Yeah,
Tommy G coming over.
Gang, gang, baby, we're ready to slide the block.
We're just gonna drive down this dirt road until we get arrested. Over.
What?
Did we miss the mailbox or is that still ahead?
Gang, ready to slide the block. Is that code for it's time to go left? Like what the?
The next mile or so on the right hand side. Over. Turn our lights out. They'd never know we were coming. Over. Isn't it weird to imagine that we could literally be 15 to 20 miles away from definitive proof that we're not alone?
15 to 20 minutes away from information that could change the entire world.
Yep.
The only thing about Tommy G's videos, they remind me of like old like Discovery fake videos. Discovery Channel fake
What has
shows.
motivated you to dedicate
Like
your entire
Ghostbusters.
adult life to chasing down?
Y'all remember Ghostbusters or like Ghost Hunters, whatever that show was on Discovery. They like went into different houses or places that's supposedly haunted and like set stuff up to catch ghosts and stuff. Yeah, apparently that shit was fake.
Researching
Like,
these
brother.
things.
Imagine if our
It
government
was
had
scripted.
definitive proof that we're not alone in the universe, whether you believe it or not. But if you felt that was true, could you just walk away easily from that story? I feel that every man, woman, and child has a right to know, and I feel it's an incredibly important and significant piece of the puzzle, and it's difficult to walk away from.
I have to give huge credit today to my friend Julian Dory. He is the key behind all of this happening, the connection to James Fox. He was the key behind the Trump assassination video, and he's the key behind the Scientology video that we have in the works as well. The show love to Julian, links in the description. Blow him up, comment Big Dog's Gotta Eat, and thank you, Julian.
Guys, do you see that red light off in the distance, kind of at our 1 o'clock?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
So that's apparently got all sorts of sensors, including video. They're watching us come in right now. This is security. This is definitely security up there. No question. Over.
If you are considering trespassing on the Nevada Test and Training Range boundary,
Why would they have their lights on if they're trying to sneak in there? Like, are you dumb?
please consider the
I
following
understand you probably wouldn't be able to see, but like, I don't know.
consequences. You'll be required to pay a $1,000 fine. You will have your car towed at your expense. You will have your car impounded at your expense. You'll be brought to Hyco, Nevada to be processed. Once released, you will be responsible for transportation, blah, blah, blah. Now, my question is it telling us not to go beyond this point? Or can we go a little further until, I think we go a little further. that guy's watching us. He's listening to us too, I'm sure of it.
You think they have
Sure
that
of it.
level of technology that they can...
Absolutely.
What makes you sure of that?
Because I've heard about it. They can
Oh yeah. Also about Area 51. Apparently, y'all know like the Blackbird, like stealth bombers. So apparently they tested those in Area 51 way before people knew about them and before they were like released to the public or like the military adopted them and stuff like that. Like they've been a thing. Like I don't remember when they came out, but like they've been a thing.
point and they can listen. George Knapp's documented that.
Folks, we gotta pay homage to the legendary Las Vegas journalist George Knapp. In 1989, George broke the story on Area 51 and brought its existence to the public eye. His interview with Bob Lazar, who claimed to have worked on reverse engineering alien technology, invited a firestorm of speculation, forever linking Area 51 to extraterrestrial secrets. George's fearless reporting forced the
And
government...
if y'all don't know about that plane that just popped up, this is the SR-72. I think that's what it's called. Or like, I don't remember what it's called actually. But this plane, y'all can go from one point of the world back to like I can go across the world in like hours or something like that. Like it's hella fast.
linking Area 51 to extraterrestrial secrets. George's fearless reporting forced the government to acknowledge the base's existence, and it laid the groundwork for decades of UFO investigations. Without him, the legend of Area 51 might still be a secret.
James, you want to go say hi to the scary man? You want to go say hi?
I mean, I want to see who that is.
This is the gate. This is This is the next layer.
Oh, he's coming down to us right now. Over.
He's coming down.
They say that there are only two guarantees in life: death and taxes.
Yeah.
I think the third is we go beyond that sign, we go to jail and or get shot. What we know about this base is you can tell, like we just drove in down 30 miles of dirt road to get here. You just simply can't imagine just how remote this place is until you come out here and see it in person. It just doesn't, it's hard to convey.
And the level of secrecy.
Yeah, it's just the remoteness and secrecy.
And when you
20 miles.
finally do find the edge,
20 miles is a long way. Yeah, it's a long time. No bullshit. That's like the whole DC.
barely see anything except for barbed wire tracking all through the grass, the signs, the gates. Are these guys special forces? Are they mercenaries? Who are the people patrolling the base?
They're usually the people that are from special forces. They hire them up and they arm them and they tell them that, this is the way we do business for the program, and off they go.
What kind of power are they authorized to use on someone that's going towards the base?
They're authorized lethal force.
This base got a lot of attention in the late 80s when that guy Bob Lazar came forward through George Knapp. It was initially as a
November
incognito,
1989.
anonymously he came forward, and then ultimately because for fear of his life, he was saying that there were craft of non-human intelligence in the possession of the military, and they were being housed by Papoose Lake in a series of camouflaged hangars that were built into the side of the mountain. They have no wings, they have no tail, they have no visible means of propulsion, they make no sound, they don't have any air disturbance, very little noise. Some people will talk about a slight buzzing or humming sound within a certain proximity of them. They do things that are just defy physics as we understand it, right? You would want to keep that technology ultra secret because you'd want to weaponize it. Just a few miles down the road, the truth lies, right? The whole world wants to know what's going on out there.
Have we got anyone from this base that's active to speak anonymously?
Sorry, active?
But he worked at the base for some
He
time.
did, yeah.
In what capacity, do you know? In non-military lingo, how would you explain to a layman what your career consisted of?
It's like counterintelligence work where you're trying to prevent the enemy from finding out about what you're doing.
How long did you serve on that base?
I was there for 6 years.
Tell us about the morning of the encounter. What happened?
Well, we went up range. We had to look at a video of the UFO that came in and entered into the Nels test range from the previous week because they didn't know what it was, so they were just trying to get people to observe it and verify that, yeah, this is something that we didn't see, because you're talking to, anybody on my crew, we've been there for years. We'd seen all kinds of aircraft, and this didn't fit anything that we'd seen on the video. So this is what it recorded the UFO also.
Looks like one. Right up high now. Going like straight up.
I'm going to tell you a story about humanity.
So a UFO crash lands on the base and they wait until the Monday crew comes in to look into it?
Pretty much that's what it seems to have happened.
This is
That
a
shit that
sign.
normal. That shit that normal.
Oh,
He just honked at us.
he just honked.
He probably thinks this is
Why the
something
Would he
dangerous.
have honked?
Dude, he thought. Yeah,
Because
I know.
he's hearing us? Well, hang on, I'm just asking.
Why
Something
This is a sign.
into it?
Pretty much that's what
Nah, he probably
it
falling
seems
asleep.
to
He
have
probably
happened.
Dude, this is a sign.
He just honked at us.
He just honked.
He probably thinks this is something
Would he
dangerous.
have honked?
Dude, he thought. Yeah,
Because
I know.
he's hearing us? Well, hang on, I'm just asking.
Yeah, wait.
What did he say? What did he say?
Hang on.
Honk if you can hear us.
Okay, we're about to drive up this road. Are
Yeah,
you going to
honk.
arrest us if we do so? Honk, please. We're good.
This moment of
Dumbass.
Area 51 exploration is brought to you by Alien Jerky. If you're about to go to federal prison, first get this flavor in your mouth as well as this flavor. And you know what? Why didn't we think of it? We're gonna bribe the guard with this.
Oh, yeah. Well, we talked to this guy earlier today, and he's like, oh, yeah, when I worked there, he goes, they'll just blast you. I was like, they'll just blast you? And he's like, yeah, they'll just take you out. Like, we're authorized to kill.
You know what I think that means? Let's explore a little further.
Dumbass. How did they go around?
All right, what I'm trying to do right
Wire.
now is I just want to see where the barbed wire is. Where is the barbed wire, guys? Man, you can't even tell. We're very close to going to prison right now, that's for sure. Guys, here comes more
Hey,
security.
more security, more
More
security.
security right now.
Holy shit, the truck's coming up, Look at that.
Yep.
Holy shit.
He's coming quickly too.
Look how fucking windy it is, dude. It's cold, desolate, and there's government forces assembling right now.
I know. They're letting us know that they know that we are right here. The question is...
They're going together.
I mean, one thing we can say for sure is we will all be going to jail if we cross the line. The question is, where exactly is the line?
The only way to do it is to walk up the barbed wire from the gate.
I've already walked. Well, you want to drive down there and see it?
Sure.
All right.
So look,
Land Survey Monument.
That's just government bullshit to keep us off the land. What happened next was strange. As we turned off our cameras to take a couple iPhone photos, we heard a noise, but not just any noise, one that had an eerie, metallic, and otherworldly sound. This is what followed immediately after. I heard that. What the f*** are you hearing?
No.
It sounded
I'm not
like
believing it.
metallic, something big, metallic, and somewhat loud.
Yeah, that's probably them.
You heard it?
I'm not believing shit. That's probably them loading up the fucking rockets to shoot y'all.
You
Just
heard?
to bomb y'all fucking Jeep.
Are you sure that wasn't my car?
Positive. Yes. Came from right over there. No question. Well, you know, I told you guys they had a 99% chance of seeing security, and we saw security.
We're gonna fold our cards for tonight in case they have any devices that can hear us.
Oh, they can hear us.
We just want to know the truth. Can you hear us? I have some beef jerky I can offer you. I repeat, I said beef jerky. No, it's working. What we're dealing with right now is like there's so much disorientation and trickery that happens, like hearing certain noises. Like they said they heard this metallic thud. Was it the sign rattling or was it a secret thing happening in the background? I mean, and that's how these stories get convoluted when it comes to the supernatural or the UFOs, or, you know, there's a lot of explanations for the same thing. So like in diving into the truth of these stories, you have to figure out how credible someone's testimony is, and it's been proven that eyewitness testimony actually isn't even that accurate. But when you have multiple eyewitnesses independently corroborating a story, that's where it becomes more and more airtight.
What the fuck?
So we're going to the Alamo Inn, about 40 miles away, and kind of the other side of Area 51. There's the Alien, the Alamo Inn, and kind of if you go in between them, that's where you can go on the road to the back way of Area 51. And we're going to talk to the motel owner and actually stay there the night. And this guy, his dad worked on the base. At both of these inns, everyone in the community seems to know someone that has had an experience or seen something or knows something. So this is a obvious and good place to go for this investigation. All right, folks, we're pulling up to the most famous mailbox in the world. Well, tell the people what we're looking at right now.
So this is the remnants of what was once the black mailbox. Because of the
I never heard about that,
nature of secrecy of the space, there's no road signs. There's no indication of where the entry point is to Area 51. There was this black mailbox to a rancher who lives probably at that ranch out there. This mailbox became the beacon of like the entry point to go in to check out Area 51. And so everyone's just like, turn right at the mailbox or turn left at the mailbox. Like that's the dirt road into Area 51. It became just super famous, the most famous mailbox on the planet.
Also, I want to draw our attention to there's mountain ranges everywhere we can look, and these are also vantage points.
Yeah.
And Chuck Clark spent his life documenting these vantage points, and one by one, the government shut them down.
Yes.
So what do you mean you shut down a mountain?
His place got raided. He was raided right here in Rachel, and George Knapp covered the story at the time.
The story goes with Chuck that he allegedly got his hands on footage of an alien encounter so good, so compelling, that Logan Paul drove to his house with $100,000 cash to try and buy the video, but Chuck refused. It goes without saying that research from guys like Chuck Clark are foundational and lay the groundwork that allow me to continue to explore the mystery of Area 51 further.
One of my favorite close encounters of the third kind in the United States took place in the desert of New Mexico in 1964 that involved an on-duty police officer by the name of Lonnie Zamora. And the Air Force files during the peak of Project Blue Book investigations have detailed diagrams and of the craft where it landed, the landing gear impressions, photographs of the landing gear impressions, the footprints from the alleged creatures. Very detailed report in Project Blue Book own files.
We're having a local pull up that his parents had an encounter with a non-human being right in this area in the 90s. So we're gonna get to hear the story from him and see what we make of it.
This is a story that my parents passed on to me. My dad was born and raised here in this valley, in Parananga Valley. He worked out at the test site in Area 51 for a good portion of his life. You know, because he mainly worked on the test site side when they were doing the nuclear testing. He drove the trains and everything that went down inside the tunnels and that where they'd set the bombs off and that. And then when they shut that down, then he moved over to the Area 51 side.
So we're all traveling on the road. We see this guy starting to kind of hail us and starts jogging towards us. But he's
right now in my where I'm at.
Very funny.
10 o'clock.
It looked like he was going to fall over and like he was around.
Temperature's starting to go down.
What's wrong with him? And then as we get a bit
time here.
I'm starting to notice that he's got very pale skin, but it's got this blue undertone like he's hypothermic. We get to the point where he's at the corner of the front of the vehicle, and the guy in the passenger seat in the front screams he's got no ears. And I'm thinking, well, that's pretty rude. Why would he say that? And then I'm stepping out onto the roadway, and I look up, and indeed he has no ears. And I'm thinking, good grief, this is really strange.
Both your parents had an encounter on this road.
Yes, they were coming down this road, coming over Hancock Summit here, coming back into town. They'd been out hunting or camping for the weekend, something. They were out playing around, which they like to do an awful lot. So they come over the hill here, and he says, you can see somebody walking down the road for quite a ways. It caught her eye. She's like, wow, what's somebody doing walking out in the middle of nowhere like this? As they got closer to it, she could see that it was dressed in, the way she describes it, is Bedouin clothing. So it was flowing scarves and head covered and everything. You couldn't see anything other than the cloth that was around it.
What was this?
What does Bedouin mean?
He's wearing a military uniform just like mine, but it was very, very clean. Then I noticed his eyes, and that's when I really got scared because the eyes were like twice as big. That's when he starts talking to me in another language. I don't know what it is, but somehow I'm understanding every word he says, even though it's a language I've never heard before. So
was it an audible language or was this telepathic?
It was both. He was speaking audibly to me, but at the same time, I think I telepathically understood the words.
As they got closer to it, it stepped away from the road and crouched down, along the borrow area there. When it did that, my dad continued to drive past it. She goes, hey, we ought to stop and see if they need help. And my dad just told her, no, you didn't see anything, and went on. And if you knew my dad, he's the last person in the world that's not going to stop and give somebody help, especially if they're out in the middle of nowhere like this and they're unfamiliar with the surroundings.
Like, if aliens are real or creatures from another planet are real, why do you think your dad never wanted to talk about it?
I think that's what the oath he took, when he went to work out there. Is that you couldn't talk about that stuff.
As he's walking away, I look back at my friends in the car, and they all look like they're zombies. This guy is not from this planet, is what I thought when I saw his features on his face.
You gave testimony behind closed doors. Did you do that in a skiff, or where did you do it?
I did it in a skiff.
Okay, and so were there members of Congress or chiefs of staff, like who?
It was all the committee members, from the Armed Forces committees.
What was the look on their faces when you started describing this alleged encounter with an alien?
Shock.
A lot of people that have had a sighting, an experience, are pretty quiet about it. They keep it tight to their chest. Why do you think that is?
I think that they're afraid of being judged, because there's a lot of people you say, oh yeah, I had an encounter, they're going to go, ooh, you're crazy, there's something wrong with this person.
What was the moment in your career where you said, I think we might not be alone?
October 19th, 2007. First interstellar object was spotted by a telescope in Hawaii called Pan-STARRS. It was given the name Oumuamua, which means a scout in the Hawaiian language. This was the first object identified as coming close to Earth from outside the solar system. It was roughly the size of a football field, flat object, pancake-shaped.
We're gearing up to hit Area 51 from another angle, and it went from being a beautiful, clear sky day that we were getting shots to we're stuck in a cloud. And I think it just goes to show the desert is a place that is magic tricks. Mother Nature plays magic tricks with the desert. No wonder people see bizarre shit, like just things get obscured in the desert, whether it's the mirage or the weather change.
That government vehicles there. A lot of those same vehicles. See that?
Is there another exit of the base that they're coming from that we don't know about?
I've never been down this one. I've only been down that one. I've heard about this one. I don't know.
But there's a parade of, those have to be government vehicles that are coming by.
At around 5:30 p.m., at least 5 days a week, possibly 7, you'll see these white buses with no markings, with blacked out windows.
That's kind of Scientology-esque. That's what we just encountered recently.
Barreling out of this place, down this long dirt road, headed east. And then they get to 375, and then they head south, probably going to Vegas.
I'm no expert in the driving habits of feds, but it seemed to me we were witnessing a convoy of Fed vehicles leaving Area 51. And for some reason, seeing all of those feds grouped together, it just felt spooky to me.
Yep, there's at least 2.
Looks like we got 2. One disappearing into the clouds. Can you describe some of the technology at the base? Like, how much more advanced is it than the public perception of what our technology
advanced
is?
as fuck.
I don't want to get into specifics, but it's hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years ahead of what we think is happening?
Yes.
So I think part
that's what I'm telling you. Like that plane I told you about, the
technology that they don't want other people to get their hands on.
The Blackbird.
Or did they get some of this technology? The way things move,
that shit old
the
as
way
hell.
they turn, stop, that seemed to defy our typical engineering and physics. Did they get that from alien crafts? When an alien craft crashes, they have the best engineers in the country examine it and try to re-engineer it. Is that what's happening at Area 51?
Maybe.
Or is this shit just so advanced and they just haven't released it to the public? Our conception of what is possible is 60 years in the past, 50 years in the past, and they just haven't
that's
shown
very
us the
possible.
good shit because, well, it's a tactical advantage in war.
Yes.
It's all possible.
It's very possible. Most likely that, to be honest. But I don't know. Like, there's damn near proof of aliens too, though. Like the government said that there is. So I don't know. Shit weird. Shit is definitely weird, y'all.
This is what I'd call mucho security.
God damn it.
Unauthorized
Look,
personnel.
look. Now it's going.
Not permitted beyond this point.
So we almost did get captured.
You just literally... Dude.
Wait, what the hell just happened? Never mind.
That's not a good sound.
Should we get the fuck out of here? Let's get the fuck out of here.
Dude. Permitted beyond this point.
So we almost did get captured.
You just... Entry point yet.
Okay.
So this is new for me. All right, you guys want to follow me?
It was just this.
This is what I'd call mucho security.
There where I go past that point. Can't you just go around it? Fuck.
God damn it.
Unauthorized
Look,
personnel.
look. Now it's going.
not permitted beyond this point.
So we almost did get captured.
You just literally... Dude. That's not a good sound.
Should we get the fuck out of here? Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's push, like, are we being pussies for leaving after that?
No, they were trying to trap us. They were, dude.
Who's this guy fucking going backwards? Methy over here is going backwards trying to get us. Is he what the fuck is this guy doing? Is this guy on meth? What the fuck? This guy's going pretty fast backwards.
No bullshit.
He's going 45 miles an hour and he's beating us right now. What the hell is this guy doing?
Speed up on him. That's probably a fan.
You just trespassed on federal property.
You know the gate where they close, you can go into a gate and then they close a barrier behind you?
That's an entrapment, yes.
What happens if you get stuck in that?
That's a way for them to keep your vehicle and yourselves from going any further. And they will draw their weapons on you and they will tell you, okay, you're coming with us. They'll take all your equipment, they'll dismantle your car, look at all of your cameras, look at all your film, they will confiscate everything. And you'll be lucky if you get your car back in a crate later on, let alone whether you will be serving jail time in one of their facilities right there on the side.
Yo, they was about to get their ass trapped for real. They was about to get their ass. God, they was about to become extinct to the government.
Holy shit, that was crazy. So close to the you think we would have been trapped if we didn't if Keegan didn't remind me to back up?
Hell yeah, they would have locked you in there. 100%. 100%. God.
Hey, wild. There's snow.
Just dropped a free
Nevada.
plugin
I ain't know
called
that.
Zen Master. It's very cold.
That allows you to add low.
It snows in Nevada. I did not know that. It snows almost anywhere in the United States, huh?
Oh, is it a big fan from?
Oh, look at that view. But you still can't see the base even if it does clear?
No, I mean, yeah. Well, you can see just above it. So if there's any activity, you can see it from here, but you just can't like see the actual base. You see just above it.
So folks, we took a deep dive into some of the claims, some of the people that have worked there, people that have experienced things. And I have to say some of this is quite compelling. When you hear Congress people talking about this, you know something is serious. And let me know what you guys think. You guys believers? Are you guys skeptics? Are you guys open to the possibility that this is real? It's been a pleasure taking this deep dive with you. I appreciate you, James. Go out there, watch this video. You can stream it, you can rent it. If you want to take this much, much further, this was a couple-day investigation. He's dedicated 30 years of his life to looking into this and made multiple documentaries on the subject. One of the world's renowned experts in the field. So if you want to take a deeper dive into that, his links into his documentaries are in the description. Rent them, stream them, check them out, and explore for yourself, and you determine what you think is true. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Alright, y'all, let me know in the comment section below. Do y'all think that Area 51 has aliens? Do you think is it just a place where they have secret technology that they've been working on for a long time that's way ahead of stuff that we think is possible today? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Go ahead and like the video if you liked it. Recommend me something to watch also. Subscribe. And with that being said, I'll see you on the next video. Peace.